Hello, this is the explanatory video of Call Log Access app. The Call Log Access app was developed by using Flutter. Flutter is an open source UI framework and created by Google. It is used to develop cross-platform applications from a single code base for any web browsers, Windows, Mac, Linux. It was released in 2017. It uses programming language like Dart, C, C++. The main language used is Dart. To run the Flutter, we need VS Code and Android Studio. In Android Studio, we start the emulator. We are again debugging it. Here, this is the main dot file. Here we are import the packages. This is the inbuilt package and this is the build user defined package. This is the main function where our code starts from this, and this is like anonymous function. We also return this. This is the main function, and in the main function we are having run app. In run app is like a widget, and my app, inside the run app we have a my app widget. So this Flutter is like widget inside a widget. So we have a class my app extends the stateless widget. We have two widgets, stateless widget and a stateful widget. Stateless widget is nothing but it's it it does not change the properties when the state changes. It is like a static. Whether stateful widget is, it changes its properties whether when a state changes. It is like a dynamic. So we are having a build content and material app. Material app is a class that uses material design. That means it wraps a number of widgets that are commonly required for material design application. Inside we have a debug show check mode banner. This is for if we comment this line, if we again we can run. Okay, sorry, I cannot save it. Here we are getting a debug banner. To avoid this banner, we are writing this debug show check mode banner equal to false. If we remove this and save, automatically removed. Yeah, it removed. Again we are get, this is a argument home and a home screen is a widget. um, this home is a default root of the app, and it is taking the widget of home screen. Home screen is the default user defined method. So here it is going to home screen dot. Here are some import packages like inbuilt packages and contact.call history. We are creating these packages like user defined packages, and permission has is an inbuilt package. Next, the home screens. Here we are taking that home screen widget. This home screen class extends the stateful widget. Home screen, and again home screen state create state. It takes a home screen state takes create state method, and home screen state is a state class that extends the state class is associated with home screen widget. The underscore before the class name indicates the a private class, meaning it can only accessed within a file. Okay, next we come to the text editor controller. It is a controller for editable text field. That means we it controls the text field, and we are taking the contact list of contacts like some names and roll number, I mean phone numbers, and we are taking that their call history as an array, and we are creating here here we are creating three icon navigation bar icons like favorites, call history, and contacts. Here contacts, our saved contacts, and history means when we call anyone it went to call history, and favorites means our favorite contacts. Here creating with three navigation bar icons to read that all contacts and favorite contacts and recent history. It taking We are taking the contact list. For a contact list all contacts, and we are taking that name, info, and call history, and we are taking that call history like recent calls. We are taking that contact name, number, and how many seconds the conversation had happened, and yeah, it is converting into string. Next, we are taking one more contact list, display contacts like array, and we are taking one variable called current index, for initializing it 0. And we are taking one method name in its state. It is called when object is inserted into the tree. It is the framework will call this method exactly one for each state object it creates. That means it calls the framework calls this method exactly one for each. And when we in the navigation bar, when we click any icon, it will calls that icon only. And here it is taking that uh, it is inherited by using super keyword. And here we are giving a method like request permission future, and we are taking that abstract interface class like future. The result of it is an asynchronous computation. That means asynchronous computation means it cannot provide a result immediately when it is started, and that means it does not give a immediate result. And we are taking that permission. If the permission is granted, proceed with the app, else print phone call permission is not granted. I taken a screenshot. It occurred before debugging. I debugged, so I did not have that, so I took a screenshot. It can appear like this: allow call log to make and manage phone calls. We have to allow them. If permission not granted, it print phone call permission not granted. Next we are taking that scanful. Scanful means it it opens a empty white blank page. So scanfold is a widget, and we are creating an app bar. Here we are seeing that app bar like blue color in blue color. um, this color is this blue color, light blue. Okay, title we are given that call log, and for this body, we are given that column, and padding. Then the difference between child and children means the children takes a list of widgets and the child takes a single widget, and this column uh, comes when we have to refractor. When we refract any widget, it gives like if you want any widget in the center, we have to give center, like go to refractor. If you want with wrap with the column or wrap with row, wrap with center, where we want to place that body, we can choose that. I want column wise. We are taking that contents contact list. No, I want column wise, and we are giving the padding, and we are taking that edge insets all. It is a class that specifies offsets in the terms of visual edge left to top, and it is like a padding, right? Padding, we have a box, right? uh, that box in edges left to top, right, and bottom. That function we are taking edge insets. And child means text field, it takes the text field. Controller, is an object that manages the state of the certain user interface of the element, or it manage the state of the certain user interface elements like widgets. It manages the state of the widget. Mm. And on change, when the user initiates a change to the text field's value inserted. Okay. On change means when the user initiates a change to the text fields or value inserted. When we user change the text field value, like inserted or deleted, it can perform. And we are taking the filter context, it is a method. The method, here we have a method. This method is used for search operations in contact list. In it take the strings contact list contacts, and for initially we initialize that favorite contacts to display contacts. So this display contacts are initializing to filter contacts, where contact function contact name to lowercase. Okay, here nothing but when we go to contact list, and we have, if any, when we search for any name, like it gives that name, like Bob. What giving, like Bob. Yeah, it giving. We have to refresh. Our system is very slow. Like Jane. For searching purpose, we are using that filter contacts. We are filtering that contact list. Set data means notify framework that internal state of the object. It notifies when the internal object is changed. Filter contacts. I mean, it changes the state. Okay, permission over filter contacts. Like in decoration, input decoration. Input decoration means like we use a placeholder in HTML, right? I have to reload this. Yeah, here we get like search contacts. No, this is placeholder like in HTML. Like here we are using input decoration with the label text called search contact, and we are using the prefix icon icons dot search. We are using this icon search icon like prefix icon, and we are taking that border outline border. It creates a rounded rectangle and border radius is 20 pixels. It creates a rounded rectangle and with a border radius of 20 pixels. And we are using expanded, a widget that expands a child or a row column or flex so the child fills the available space. And we are using that expanded function widget to take the available space of a child. And we are giving that current. Initially we initialize that current index is 0. When it current index is equal to 1, it goes to build call history list, and it is not equal to 1, it takes the build contact list. It is like a ternary operator. Build cost build call history list. We go to the build call history. Hmm. List view builder, like a list view works with the large number of, list view works with a small list, but list view builder works with list with which contain a large number of items. It's best to use list view builder constructor. Yes. Okay. List view is for small number of items, but list view dot builder is for large number of items. And inside the list view builder dot widget, we are using the item count, like we count the items, and item builder, and we are returning that list title, subtitle, and we are taking that text of time duration and with the seconds, like format date time calls. Okay. On tap means it defines when callback function that will be executed when the user taps on the list title. Okay, when we user tab in the list title, it defines the callback function. And navigator that it pushes a new route on the navigation stack. It means when it call history, right? And when we call anyone, like we call any James Smith, and it shows here like calling James Smith. When we open call history, it opens James Smith. It takes the up, it added the James Smith to the call history, right? It is pushing the navigator dot push means it pushes a new route on the navigation stack. It pushes the new route while tapping. Mm, it is for while current index equal to 1. If current index not equal to 1, it goes to build contact list. Build contact list. It is a widget and it returns the list without filters. Same. It is for large items. Same item count, and it return the title list title, and it is icon button icons. When we press it, add call history. It goes to the add call history method and it prints the calling with the name. When we tap, it push the material route content, material page route, and contact details on the screen. Yeah. It is a build contact list. It is for when we open any contact call history, like it open a contact Jane name Smith and number and time duration 30 seconds, like it is showing, right? So it is for build contact list method. We are taking that it is for showing the history of the person. uh, when we tap, no, when we press, it takes the add call history method. Add call history method takes the history in contact name, number, time, and duration. If time means time. No, and it when we press, it takes the uh, add call history method and it prints the name, like James Smith, duration. Here, call history name. When we call, next we will come to bottom navigation bar, like is a footer. Navigation means it navigate. Okay, bottom navigation bar argument takes the bottom navigation bar widget. Inside the bottom navigation bar, we have a list of items called bottom navigation bar item. Here we are taking that footer like a favorites, call history, and contacts. This is the bottom navigation bar, and this is the bottom navigation bar items. These are the icons, and then these are the labels. Because we are taking that labels and icons with the icon widget inside the icons dot star, and we are taking that icons dot history, and we are taking the for contacts purpose we are taking the person, and we are taking that color like blue. On tap, set state. That means when we tap, it changes its state and it changes its property and changes into blue color. So we are getting that blue color on the icon. When we case 0 means if the index is 0, displayed favorite contents equal to displayed contents, and with case 1, displayed contents and recent calls dot map. That means when we the current index is 0, it up goes to favorites, and it goes to favorite state. When the current index equal to 1, it goes to call history state. It changing the states and its properties. And when the current index equal to 2, it goes to contacts, like we are taking that. When the case in the case 2, all contacts equal displayed contacts, it displays the on all contacts. and we are taking the floating action button. We have in the buttons we are having two types of buttons, and elevated buttons and the floating action button. We are taking that floating navigation because if we change the state, it does not, the navigation button does not want to change. If the elevated, but if we use elevated button, it change it changes the state automatically, but floating action button does not changes the state. On pressed, we have to, it shows the dial box, like, right, when we press it, it shows the dial box, like it labeling the enter phone number and cancel. Okay, for a beginner we are not creating like numbers, it is, we are creating this type of dial box. Inside the dial box we are given the content, and like phone number and keyboard type dot phone decoration, input decoration like phone number. Hmm. We are taking the two actions like cancel and okay. If you wanna enter any number like 1 2 3, we have to press anything, right, okay or cancel it. It does not save, but we are creating the 3 6 9 8 7, cancel, we are pressing, right, this on pressing text button, on pressing context dot pop, I means it does not saving. If we press the cancel button, it removes, and also we are pressing that ok button, it also removes. That means handles the phone number input. On pressure means it handles the navigator of content of phone, means it handles the phone number input. Navigates, so it handles the phone number input like dial pad. Next, here it is over, and it is also over. Oh, yep, format date and time. Yeah, we has used that format date and time. Yeah. While we'll call history list, we are using the format date time. It is a user defined method, and we are declaring here. Here we are writing date time dot day, month, year, hour, minutes, seconds. We are returning that duration like timestamp. We are taking the timestamp and returning that time. This is the home screen, but for a contact dot, we are creating home package and a name, call history, name info, and call. Here we use contact dot name. Here like we are using contact dot name. That means here this contact dot name, and we are using call history contact. For call history we are contact number, time, and duration. Contact details can be these are the modules. For the contact details screen we are using, it is a stateless widget, and we are returning that contact dot name, and we are returning the contact dot name and information. This means it is returning the name and information. That's all. Call history. Call history is also there. Same. We are creating that state. For call history we are creating that one more app state, and we are giving that body center column, like main axis is for not important. Main axis alignment means from row like cross axis alignment from top to bottom. Main axis means left to right. It from left to right it gives us a place center. If we give main axis alignment start, it the all the content will be started from here row. If we give n, it started from here, but it is not need for and we are giving that contact call history means here call history dot name, and we are taking the number time duration same format string, date time dot date and month, year, hour, minutes and second. This is a code, and I will show once emulator. I will restart it. Yeah, it perform. Here we have a call log app and a search icon, and these are my favorites, and these are the call history, and this is the contacts. If I call Bob Jameson, yeah, here showing that calling Bob Jameson. Here we can see Bob Johnson, contact Bob Johnson, number, time, and duration. We have create. I did not create any calling state. Just showing that. Yeah, and showing that calling like Ellis Williams. I did not create a dial pad and a call. Here we can see the call history, and we can see if you want any, if you dial any number. Okay, okay, answer. I think it does not store, but I created like this. This is the explanatory video of call log access app. Thank you.